welcome to the Rip 28 podcast. The Rip 28 podcast. This is a podcast where a few friends can get together and we can talk about a few things. Now, some of those things you might like, some of those things you might not like, but we're going to keep on talking about them on the Rip 28 podcast. I am your not so humble host, Slider Sports Guy, joined by a few of my good friends. And as always, we start off in the top left. What's going on, El Presidente?
What's up, fellas? Good to see you. We got 6 people today, man. It's a big group. Let's get it in.
It's a record. On the other side, we got the original doctor. What's going on, Dr. J?
Hey, not much, not much. Yeah, should be some good convo today. Like El Presidente said, we got a full house tonight. We only missing what, 2?
Yep.
Missing 2 people.
Missing 2 people. And down on the other side, blowing smoke through his nose, husband of the year. Give it up to Coach. What's going on, Coach?
What's happening, fellas? Man, I'm glad to be back on the show with you guys. I want to give a shout out to the wifey tonight, celebrating our 16th year. You know what I mean? So I'm having a good day on this Sunday, blowing on the hookah a little bit.
Congratulations. 16
Can't believe she stayed with my ass.
Hey.
Man,
I'm glad you said it, Chan, not me. Miracles never cease. Shout out to Shell.
Got it.
Down on the other side, well, right beside him, the original G5 monster. What's going on, Coop?
Ain't nothing. Like you said, another good day for this podcast. Reporting live from the South. You heard, man?
We heard you. Down and then in the bottom right, the educator's educator. I'll let me Beezy.
What's going on, man? It's your boy Beezy the Great, aka Uncle Elroy. Here to be educated or to educate you on a few things. Let's get it. Chance, you ugly too, boy.
Here go these two. Get it going nice and early, man. Nice and early.
You know how we do.
All right, man. There's a lot going on out in the world, man. Here on the Rip 28 podcast, man, we talk about a few things. Like I say, some of those things you might like, some of those things you might not like. But we just like to keep on talking, man. And I think now, a lot of stuff going on in the world. But the first thing we kind of want to talk about, man, is Dr. Dre Daughter. This thing been going on for a little while right now. Yeah, West Side. Dr. Dre Daughter, man. The chick is 38 years old. And she put out a tweet or a picture, or Instagram post or something like that, saying that she is living in her car. Say, Dr.
A rental car.
A rental car, not even her car.
Rental, not her car.
She is living in her car at 38 years old, and Dr. Dre is not taking care of her. Now, on the surface, how y'all feel about that? Just on the surface, before we get any deeper, how you feel about that?
What? Go ahead, El Presidente.
I'm just saying, you 38 years old, you're a grown woman. Why somebody got to take care of you? That's one thing. But it's more to this story. Got to be some reason that Dr. Dre ain't messing with her or something. It got to be something.
Ding, 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 ding. Chance just said it's more to this story. So let's dig a little bit deeper. You do a little bit more research. Dr. Dre worth almost $1 billion, close to being a billionaire. Maybe he is a billionaire. I don't know. But his daughter at 38 years old, he is taking care of his daughter for most of her her whole life. But a year ago, when Dr. Dre was starting his divorce proceedings from a woman that wasn't even her mother, his daughter came out online and was saying some disparaging comments about Dr. Dre. She started talking shit about the doctor. So here I am. If I'm a man taking care of another grown person, you think I'm going to take care of you after you talk shit about me?
Good possibility you won't.
It's a good possibility.
I guess she felt like she was always going to be daddy's little girl and that they was going to work it out. I guess those that are fathers of daughters or girl dads like Kobe or whatever, y'all are more, more knowledgeable to speak on that. But I'm sure that's what she felt in some way, that daddy would always, somehow come back around and help her. Because ain't no way she'll bite the hand that fed her ass.
Hey, I think she jumped the gun on biting the hand. That's right. She jumped the gun. Going through a little hard time, get a little tough love right now going on. from your pops, and now you want to go kill, bite the hand that's feeding you. You know, you jumped the gun on that. That's pretty much what you did.
My thing
Now,
is, go ahead, Chan.
she got enough money to rent a car to live in. I mean, you add that
Not
up,
no more.
you can go and. I mean, she's sleeping in a rental car. You know, things $200 something a week.
Mm-hmm.
You can go find you somewhere.
Well, not in LA, you can't. Not for $800 a
I was gonna
month.
say it's people.
Shit,
Hey, it's people.
you need to
Hey, it's
move.
people out there that's working and still homeless in LA.
Yeah. Well, being a girl did, it would be hard for me not to, no matter how old my daughters are, to just say and kick them to the side. But at the same point, I understand that, you know, if we family, like we blood, and then I'm going through a divorce with somebody that's not even your mother, and you talking trash about me, so I get it, but at the same point, she's old. She's 38 years old. Like, you don't have any friends that can help you out. You don't have, you know, what you been doing with your life.
My thing, if you've been taken care of, I've been taking care of you all this time. You know what I'm saying? And we don't know the extent he was taking care of her, but apparently, you know, he was giving her money. He was doing something to her. You know, he was doing something for her. What have you been putting aside all this time?
That's
Shouldn't
what
you
I
have
call
some savings? Shouldn't you have something? If my daddy, you know, damn near a billionaire and he paying most of my bills, shouldn't I tuck something to the side just to
Well,
have
she
my own?
well, she working is the thing though. If she's
Yeah.
not working, then she
Mhm.
ain't got nothing to put to the side because all her financial obligation was on her dad. But I'll ask this question: at what point does a dad say that's enough of a lesson to help his child out, whether it's his daughter or his son?
He go another thing. If he cut her off because she was talking shit on social media, what make you think he gonna start helping her out now once she start talking more shit on social media? You see what I'm saying?
To go off LB question. When does it all start though? You know what I mean? When
Yeah,
did it
see,
all
I
start?
don't really know.
So that's why I'm saying like she probably jumped the gun.
Mhm.
He probably was about to help her, and now she gonna put the stuff out.
Yep.
They ain't helping her. So how long this been going on?
So
So
I
he
got a
said the real
question.
weird.
Like, do you think I would say he enabled her too much. Like, you know, as you got your kids growing up, you know, sometimes you don't want to give them everything and you want them to learn to work for stuff. And if he's been doing this her whole life at 38, what do you expect? She still expected you to take care of her because you've been doing it your whole life. No matter if she talking trash about you, but you've been the one taking care of her. And so that's what she
Yeah,
expects.
yeah.
Yeah.
On a personal note, like I know somebody just literally like just had this conversation. I was talking to a coworker or whatever, and she was telling me, you know, she was making like $100K at another job and all the other nonsense. She was giving her son, he wanted a Gucci belt and Gucci shoes for graduation, and she gave him all of that. Like now he's 20 years old. Now she want him out the house. I told her, I said, where was the work ethic build up? You know, up until this point. You know what I'm saying? Like if you gave him everything up until graduation. And here it is, maybe 2 years, you know, if he graduated 17, 3 years removed, and he's still in your house, and all of a sudden now you want him out. I'm like, you never, you know, say you never push that, you know, that narrative. You just allow him to do whatever. So, you know, it might be like you say, one of them situations. You gave him everything, and here you go. It's like, okay, it's now time for you to set them free, and they're not ready to be set free.
Well, check this, man. I'm glad you brought that up, man, because that comes to an interesting thing in our community, especially the black community, man. When you put your kid out, you know, because a lot of times you hear, you know, you say, okay, my kid turned 18, he got to go, he got to get out, you know, and you notice a lot of other cultures, a lot of other communities, they don't do that. They kid to stay with them, they, you know, establish something, and then when it's time for them to leave, they leaving into their own house. You know what I'm saying? Not buying, because I know with me, you know, my mom ain't put me out when I came back home. I was in Kentucky. I transferred back home to USC. Excuse me. And my mom didn't put me out. She ain't even give me the hint to get out, but I wanted my own freedom. So I kind of left on my own and got my own place. But whereas you see other, you know, you see white folk, especially Asians really good. Asians and Mexicans really good at it. They'll stay at home, establish, you know, get themselves established, get a job, start making real money, stack up their money, and then go and leave to their own house, not their own apartment.
That's the way it should happen, though, right? So
I agree.
But you gotta have buy-in from the kid, right? If the kid not doing what they're supposed to do, then hey, look, it's time for you to get your stuff and make it on your own.
That's if you lucky. That's if you lucky. My mom and daddy told my ass, when you walk across that stage down there at the Coliseum and you take your ass to college, don't come back here. Come back.
They like Martin till you get to stepping.
And the crazy part is my daddy was serious. And I ain't been back since. I mean, it's been plenty of times like yesterday I wanted to go back. But I knew my daddy. I know my daddy was serious. He said, "Hey, you a man now. I've given you everything you need to go out and be productive as a man." He said, "Now you got to go to school and you got to work and take care of yourself."
So I let me tell you, my little brother, man, he came to stay with me back right when he got out of high school, right? And he said, "Only thing you got to do is pay us $200 a month because he's working a little job." And we weren't going to spend his $200. We were putting it away. But when he do get enough money, we can use that as his down payment for wherever he want to go to, right? Little dude got his first check, boy, he called Momma and say, "Hey, can I come back?" So he stayed with for about 2 weeks, man. Can I come back? Hey, so it's about work ethic. We're trying to instill in him how to, make do with what you're making. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna give him the money right back. Right. Put it in savings for him and give it back to him for a deposit where we want to move to, right?
Jawan said something though, talking about you gotta get the buy-in. Like if you saying your kid can stay with me, but then they want to come in the house at 1 o'clock in the morning, drinking, smoking, doing whatever, you know what I'm saying? You got to go. You got to still follow these rules if you're living under your parents' house. If you can't do that, then you got to go. But if you're willing to, abide by the rules and still be, I guess, held under control, you can do it. But each his own.
This is interesting because we look at we look at us in this group here. Chance, you actually gonna have to deal with this before any of us, because you
already.
Your oldest a sophomore in college, right? Your oldest a sophomore.
Oh yeah.
And so you gonna have to deal with this pretty soon. When she graduates from college, what's she gonna do? You gonna let her come back to the house and get established? Once she graduate, when she walk across that stage, y'all gonna have the U-Haul right behind her.
We gonna have to discuss a plan, But
that is girl.
But she don't live here. Like, some people go to school at the same time that their parents live.
Yeah.
She's already 4 hours away in Nashville, so it's a good possibility she may stay up there. Who knows, right? Ain't no telling. So that's up in the air right now on how we're gonna handle that. But I mean, we would definitely take her back, with open arms. But she gonna have to follow some rules. And the good thing about it is she didn't grow up here, so it ain't like she got a gang load of friends and Georgia where she gonna be going out kicking it, partying or whatever. So I think it'd be fine. Looking at it a couple years in the future, I think so.
Say it's all good that she try to walk in the door 3 in the morning. The first time she tried to walk in the door 3 in the morning, like I was out kicking it, mama. Ain't no kicking if you live here.
I mean, I guess my perspective on that at the end of the day, like, we all watch these rich kids come up, especially like when we was younger, watching all these childhood shows, and they was already rich. Their money was stacking while they was a teen star or whatever. And look at them now, most of them in the wind. They had drug problems, suicidal, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't see them no more. They're not on TV no more. A lot of our childhood stars, they vanished. And then a lot of the kids who was all, their parents were stars. They had problems. Look at who was that? Think about the president, like Bush. He had his daughter. They was wilding out. Everybody, got a spoon in their mouth. They had problems. So it's just like, really, Dr. Dre, his daughter's a prime example. You know what I'm saying? You got the spoon in your mouth and you just really don't know what to do.
That's real.
Because like Jawan said, you enabling them. You just becoming an enabler and enabler for them just to have no responsibility and not know what it's like to have to care for themselves. So when that time comes, it's like a culture shock. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to manage bills and no money management. They just know to call dad.
Right. It'll be good to get some stats on that because you talk about that scenario, but just think it's plenty of broke people and poor people in the same situation too. You know,
Right.
I bet it's just as many people who didn't grow up with a spoon and they silver spoon in their mouth that's doing the same thing. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
hey,
but
it's perspective.
at the end of the day, it's the parents' job to do and teach the kids the responsibility such that when they grow up, you don't have to, you're not having those, trying to teach those lessons at age 21, 22, because you've been instilling that as they're growing up as being teenagers. So no matter if you got money or don't have money.
I think it's in your blood, man, because, you know, some people just not gonna be bad or not gonna stray off. There's some people that's gonna do it no matter if you teach them the right way or what.
That's true. It's genetics in play there too. So
hey, you see, she got to go farm it though.
Yeah.
She raised a lot of money in that go
Yeah,
farm.
I was just thinking about that situation. I like she Dr. Dre daughter. She can make money just off of saying she Dr. Dre daughter somehow.
Right,
you know?
right.
She got to hustle.
Yeah, right.
Exactly, man. But let me drop this off.
Hey, I'm Jay Little, the owner of Forward Counseling and Consulting. We're a consulting and coaching firm who believes in the TLC method: truth, love, and community. Whether coaching corporate clients, individual clients, or engaging in individual counseling and group counseling, we believe that you can be more than what you are today by finding your truth, love, and community. You can reach us at www.forwardcc.net or give us a call at 803-457-5413. I'm
On y'all, man. Talk about being spoiled and stuff like that, man. Here's something that kind of caught my eye that was going around the internet. It says, here's the thing. It says, my ex-husband called, it should say me, but called my fussing at me. He recently brought our son a brand new Benz for his birthday and as a graduation present. My current husband had to get to work, so I told him to take my son's car because I had a couple of things to take care of and needed the Altima today. He ended dropping my son off at practice and told him to call me when he was done with practice so I can go pick him up. I overslept and missed my son's call to come and pick him up. My son called his dad, but his dad was out of town, so he ended up taking the city bus. This man called me fussing, saying I brought the car for my son, not some grown-ass man. I didn't like my son taking my bus. This is why I got him a car and paying the insurance and car payments. I hung up on his ass. Am I wrong for letting my current husband use my son's car?
She dead wrong. She dead wrong. She dead wrong. I ain't gonna be paying for no car for no grown ass man to be driving around and driving out and using my son's car. He gotta catch the city bus.
Where his
not
car?
me,
Where
wrong
his
man.
car at?
And
Right.
that's the $1 million question. I don't think he even got a car because she said he had to use the Altima, and saying he had to use the Altima
Yeah,
like that's their only
Like,
car.
Right.
Hold on, the daddy should have asked not where his car was, but where the hell is the stepdaddy's bus pass? His ass
Get your
should have been
ass
on the bus. His ass should have been on the bus while my son drive his car that I'm paying for and the insurance, and I'm sure he's giving them money to take care of it too.
Oh yeah.
He should have been on the bus while my son drive back and forth.
Hey,
Wrong answer for Beasley.
I bet he dropped that boy off and was riding around town flossing in that.
Hey, and probably was with another chick, Chan.
Yeah, I'm about to say he probably got him a couple numbers.
Hey, probably like Jody off of Baby Boy.
I was just about to say that, B.
Driving around picking up
he
people,
dead wrong.
picking up people in Yvette car. You know he was wrong, Jody.
Hey, that's rooms out to call the police and say my car stolen.
No, that's room for me to get on a flight or the next thing to that back home and talk to that dude and let's come to some understanding. Cause don't nothing get straight but a straightness.
I'm telling you.
So I wonder if this was a one-time deal or this is like a.
No,
I
you
don't
know it wasn't no one-time deal.
know.
Right,
It's the
right.
first time this the first time he got called, and the dad got called. That's what that is.
I really think it was a one-time deal though, Juwan. 'Cause, hey, shit. If you a kid, you got a Benz, and you gonna drop me off?
Yeah.
Not,
Yeah, that wouldn't be happening too often,
not,
right?
I mean, we
I'm
having
gonna
too often.
I'm gonna tell my daddy.
See, my thing is, I look at it like this: if I'm the son, like as soon as my mama say, "Oh, your stepdaddy, such and such, go drop you off and take your car," I'm
No.
calling my pops off
Right
rip,
Oh, gate.
rip. Like we
I'm
can
like,
have a
Dad,
standoff. We
Dad,
can
I'm
have a
a tripping.
standoff right there in the house.
I'm a tripping.
I'm like, Dad, there's some bull right here, Dad.
And the crazy thing is, I ain't giving up my keys, mama.
Right.
yeah.
Right.
I ain't giving up my keys. My dad.
I'm gonna have a standoff.
You don't pay for this, mama, so you
Yeah,
have no say so.
You want me to
No
leave? I'm going to
disrespect.
stay with Daddy.
Right.
No disrespect, but I'm on the phone. Hey, daddy.
Yeah, but he must have liked
Nah,
the
this ain't
stepdad, being that he was willing to do it, right? It just things
He
got
might-
twisted when the mother overslept. And all of a sudden, I ain't got to wait home, so I'm calling my pops because my mom ain't picking up.
Yeah.
It
And
ain't-
then it just got twisted there. So
Mama killed that relationship.
Hey, if he liked the stepdaddy, then he wouldn't have been on the phone with his daddy. He was just got his
Exactly.
ass on the city bus. He wanted
Exactly.
his daddy to know,
Mhm.
handle it right now.
well, by that time, he probably got mad. He was pissed
Yeah,
off,
yeah,
right?
by
Because
that
they didn't
time,
pick him
yeah.
up. He's like, dude, like, really?
In my car?
I got a brand new Benz and I'm catching the motherfucking city bus.
The city bus, the
Yeah, I've
stinking
been on
ass
fire.
city bus, the stinking ass city bus, pissy city bus.
I'd
But
have been the gas fire. You got to bring the special fire truck to come put me out,
but
not the water hose.
one thing when you look at this letter, anytime you get an email or a letter like this, a lot of shit is left out. You don't
Of
get to hear
course.
the whole story, but you got to piece shit together. And she said in the letter, she said it was his turn. He needed to drive the Altima, and so that made it seem like to me he needed the Altima today. And I mean, she needed the Altima today, so that made it seem like they only had one car
One card, right?
between them. And then the fact that it's an Altima and the dad giving the son a Benz, that don't even look right in the driveway. You don't see no goddamn Benz and an Altima in the driveway. That don't even match up. If you can afford a Benz, you ain't driving an Altima too. So it's
if you got Benz in your driveway, the Altima the son keep car.
yeah, the Altima the son car.
Right.
So I think the wife knew exactly what she was doing when she let the ex-husband drive the car. It wouldn't even been a complaint. The kid, even the ex-husband. If I'm the ex-husband, I'm the baby daddy. I wouldn't have gotten mad if the mama took the Benz and the daddy took the Altima or whatever.
Right.
You couldn't
Right.
get. I would be mad, but I
You still
couldn't.
be bad.
Yeah, I'll be mad.
Right.
It ain't.
You would be as bad.
Hey,
Right. Now she just overslept. That's the only issue why you overslept. You know what I'm saying? That changes the whole conversation.
My ex-wife take my Buick, I'ma get mad for motherfucker Benz. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
Sly.
wouldn't give a damn if my ex-wife asked to borrow my bike. No, this my bike. Paul.
Hey, Sly, this just kind of like child support, what Kanye say, you win the Super Bowl, drive off in the Hyundai. Talking about, you giving all this money for child support and they using it for whatever they want to use it for, not for what it's actually for. I mean, that's got a lot of similarities to that, right?
lot of it.
Boy, that child support tricky, boy. Cause I tell you one thing, man, is you better be prepared. Like here go my thing, man. Whoever you decide to fuck, when you don't put a rub on, you better make it up in your head. Is this chick worthy enough to have my baby? You know what I'm saying? Can I deal with this chick for the rest of my life? Whenever all y'all married dudes, y'all don't have to worry about that. But for me, I look.
Husband of the year.
There you go, husband of the year over there. But for everybody else, you know what I'm saying? When you lay with a chick, man, you gotta ask yourself, man, can I deal with this bitch for the rest of my life?
Hey, dog, that is a true statement.
Oh yeah.
It may be a little harsh the way Sly said it, but his point is very well conveyed.
So
You better
Sly,
know what you're doing when you lay down with these chicks, because that 3 minutes of pleasure, boy, can be a lifetime of hell.
Mm-hmm.
so Sly,
Not
when did
saying
you
that's
have
the case for me.
when did you have this realization?
2
Like,
minutes
is
for
this,
you, bro.
Well, I mean, I had to.
you always had this
Hey,
realization.
I
hold
always.
on. Stop. Chance, you say how long?
I said 2 minutes for you. You cut yourself a little long with that 3 minutes.
Well, you still being a little generous, because you've been a minute for me.
Hey, you better get there before I do.
Say,
Bernie
hey,
Mac,
I beat you.
check this out. Bernie
Hey,
Mac
What
said-
you looking at me for?
He said, you know, we competitive. We trying to win.
Hey, Bernie Mac said it best. There's been people in a heavyweight fight that got knocked out less than 3 minutes. They don't take all that. I done did. Boy, you better get yours while I get mine.
Mhm. But see, my thought process is, man, and I done thought like this my whole life, man. You know, cause I ain't had my first kid till I was 30. You know what I'm saying? I had my first kid at 30, and it was like when I done fucked some questionable bras in my life.
I was about to say, like, when you had this realization.
But them questionable bras, you know what I'm saying? I've been strapped up. Or team pull out. You know what I'm saying? I take the chance.
Don't trust that pullout. Don't trust
Hey,
It worked.
hey.
that pullout. Was working all the way up until I was 36. I was on the 5-yard line going in and tripped up like Daniel Jones of the Giants and fell face first.
It worked, man. But my thing is, and the reason for it. Now I don't have to particularly deal with this problem, but you got your man got to give $200K a month for motherfucking child support. What's his name?
PJ
Charlotte.
Washington. PJ Washington.
My man for
But
Charlotte.
they said it's not true though. They said that may not be true.
Okay,
That he have to pay that much, but it's gonna be a high amount, and she's a trickster. This ain't
Yeah.
her first time.
He don't even make that much money to be paying $200,000.
I thought he just had a kid, didn't he?
I think like
Well,
14 million.
Yeah, she just had the kid. Her name is Brittany Renner. And she was, I think she's like 30 something and he's 22
Yeah.
or something like that. And she an Instagram personality. Any freak, yeah, that's what call a spade a spade. But in her Instagram stuff, she always talks shit about how you trap an NBA player and stuff like that, having babies. She done been making these posts for years, and his dumb ass seen it. His dumb ass seen her and said, well, I can say this hoe. Tried to say the hoe. And
she was coming to his games at Kentucky, so she was baiting.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, you 19, 18, 19, and you got a little Instagram freak. Boy, it's hard to say no when you're young and one more year, boy, I'm gonna be married.
They was only married like 2 weeks.
Yep.
Oh, so they were actually married.
Yeah, I mean, she plot, plan, strategize. I mean, I don't know if y'all ever pay attention, like when y'all go to these sporting events, but if you really like pay attention to like the first couple of rows behind the bench, especially like in a basketball game, you gonna see it might not be a lot of them. It might be 2, 3, 4 of them. They're gonna be in some foreign stilettos, skin tight jeans, leggings, push-up bra, whatever. They titties sitting on their chin. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see something. Fresh weave, they're gonna be in a little pack, you know what I'm saying? And they're gonna be somewhere floating around them benches, walking somewhere close to the players or whatever. Like at the football game, if you sitting in certain areas, you're gonna see a pack of like chicks, and you'll kind of see the wives or whatever in one little area, but then you'll see another area with like a group of younger chicks. I'm telling you, them boys, like I done heard it firsthand. Them boys be having chicks in all corners of the stadium. Like it's real. Like it's real. They be on it.
We know one personally, but I ain't gonna say nothing.
Hey. Y'all know who Lorenzen Wright is?
Yeah.
That's
got killed, eh?
Yeah, so his wife did the setup or whatever. But going back to his high school days, she was a lot older than him. She actually went to Memphis too, and she was at his high school game stalking him. Like her dad was the coach or something.
Yeah,
like that.
her dad was coach.
Yeah. So she was like all up on Ren's right from 10th grade on. She already out of college, out of school and everything. So she was setting him up from the get go, man. It's a sad situation, man. She was just dropping kids. She had about 6, 7 kids, so she was set for life pretty much.
She had 6, 7 kids.
Yeah, they got about 6, 7.
They got a bunch. They got 2 twin boys.
Yeah, I know they got twin boys. I was watching E60 special this morning.
Yeah, but the crazy thing is, just like we sit back and we plot on women, they sit back and look and say, well, Chance, it looked like he in high school looked like he's gonna be somebody that's gonna make it. So they start putting dropping little dimes to you and leaving the panties out for you. They know how to set you up too now.
Yeah, apparently I wasn't never that good because I ain't never happened to me.
Well, no, it wasn't that you wasn't that good. You wasn't that good looking. So.
Hey, that don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. I see. Bo got a girlfriend, a bad one.
Wait a minute.
And LeBron.
Ugly, but he's in the pros. Chance is ugly and brutal.
No, but I'm saying at his younger age, when he was just ugly, he still had a cheat. He wasn't good enough.
What a mute button now. But hey, I can go all the way down this line. Ain't none of y'all had that either, so don't just put it on me, bro.
Y'all stupid.
You speak for yourself. Don't speak for me. You don't know what the hell I did.
Hey, we start the show over, man.
But my thing is a lot of people out there with this dude PJ Washington or whatever, they like, do you feel sorry for PJ Washington? It's a lot of sympathy and empathy for him. Me myself, I don't feel sorry for him. Not at all. Not at all.
Nah, me neither.
Not at all. You know what's out there. You done heard the stories about her. You know who she is. But yet you still gonna go and go for. I don't feel sorry for none of these dudes, man, who sit up there and it's like me. Once you get that high up, what I can't understand is like these niggas. They just recycle pussy once they get that high up. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I fucked this Instagram model. Well, I gotta fuck her too. I gotta fuck. No, I don't. No, just to say you like.
That's all it is for real.
Like Drake fucked her, so I gotta fuck her too. No, dog, no.
One thing you also gotta realize, a lot of these cats ain't got no game, and so they just whoever throwing it at them, it's easy, right? And so, cat got game. He like the challenge. He like the work, right? Because he know at the end of the day he's gonna get more quality. So
think about loss of Pippen.
Oh God, Pippen are so fucked up over her.
She got Pippen. She done got Malik, the little young dude, Malik
Beasley.
Whatever. Beasley.
Made him leave your wife.
She was so good, she had Future dissing Pippen in the song. I don't need none of that, boy. She had Pippen heartbroken.
Yeah, man. And that's what I just can't understand wanting somebody leftovers. You know what I'm saying? Wanting somebody else. And I don't get it.
I was listening to another podcast. Go ahead.
No, you got it, Drake.
All right. Well, I was listening to one podcast, and they were like, they kind of, I felt the same way, all of us feeling like, why you want to run behind somebody else? But what they said really actually brought some light to the situation. It was like that chick verifies them. You know what I'm saying? Like she gives them, a certain level of credibility because, like you said, like, okay, Ray J knocked off. Okay, she was with Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush was at the top of his game at one point in time. Ray J climbed the charts with the sex tape, from Kim. You know what I'm saying? Then who ended up getting with her? Not Blake, but what was the other dude, the little mixed cat
Chris Humphrey. Chris Humphrey.
Yeah, Chris Humphrey. He was like trying to rise up in the NBA status when he was with Kim. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, if you with her, your credibility goes up. You know what I'm saying? Your value goes up. Your star power goes up. And like I said, I never looked at it like that. But then when you, like you say, you look back at it like, oh wow, maybe that is true.
Shit, this motherfucking $16 million a year contract that I make. That validate me.
Check this out.
Gotta look at it though.
Tell me somebody that got with one of those type chicks you talking about, whether it's Larsa Pippen or Kardashians or whoever it could be. how many of their careers really climbed besides Ray J with the sex tape? Chris Humphrey was a bum.
He got paid though. He was paid when he was with us.
But I'm not talking. I'm talking about their career afterwards.
I know you're talking about longevity. No, I got that. I got that part. But what they
So
say, they just
they
talking
ain't
about for the
really
moment.
validating, but they ain't really validating you though.
At
Like
the time being, it do.
Right.
No, it
That's what I'm
don't.
saying.
No,
Just at that
Hey,
moment.
Ray J did come up though. Ray J did come up.
You wouldn't
He's
know who the
the
hell
only
Chris Humphrey was unless he fucking won a Kardashian.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
I mean I know who because I watch sports.
I ain't know who he was.
Exactly. Until you heard he was
But I
fucking.
watch sports though, but I just don't. I like Flaw said, if I got 16, 20, 25 million, you think I need a broad that's trying to come up off me to validate me? I'm validating this dope shit.
Uh-huh.
And plus, if you're gonna do that, then do that. Don't let them use you. You
Right.
go in a
Exactly.
situation. Okay, I already know what I'm doing, and I ain't putting that much in it because I know I'm gonna get in, get my validation, and get out. So.
Like who that was? I forgot who it was. They was talking about some same kind of situation, and it Tiger Woods and the girl that came out on Tiger, everything came out. She was saying that Tiger Woods was making her pay for her own flights and stuff to get out there to him. That's how you do it.
Damn, I ain't know
Tiger.
Tiger
I
a
mean,
cold pimp.
you know he learned from the divorce.
No,
No, that was before. That was beforehand.
This was before the divorce.
I know you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
He learned it. Hey, guess who he learned it from? Derek Jeter.
Yeah.
Derek Jeter. Derek Jeter.
They say Derek Jeter cold with his.
I thought you were gonna say his pops.
No,
They
say Derek Jeter was telling them, man, you don't for them chicks to come see you. You make them chicks pay for their own room and all that if they want to come see you. That's how you do it. I ain't spending no money on you. If you want this, I'm the prize, not you.
Big pimping, big pimping.
I mean, that's the reality. That's the truth behind the story.
Yeah, I'm the prize, not you.
Right.
But just like this one chick, Brittany or whatever her name, Renner, just like she coming, it's gonna be 15,000 more that's gonna come. I'm the prize, not you, baby. So don't get it mistaken. I'm the prize. Don't ever get it mistaken.
I don't know.
LeBron done had dreams about this and thought about this. If I was rich,
one thing I ain't gonna do is Michael Vick myself. So you're right. You're right. I just had dreams about it.
I don't know. At the end of the day, you just look how you say it. If you just listen to music, you just listen to rap music. All them boys say, name an Instagram model I ain't fuck. Like, just to hear that line, that one punch line, I think Future said it. Like, once you hear that, like, to me, that's enough. Even if you're naive to the situation, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on her, she's so fine. Once I hear that, you an Instagram model? Nah, I'm good. Future that had you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's just, who want to run behind that? Oh, I know Future did this, Future did that. Like, nah, all you talk about is drugs. Like, nah, you might have been on coke fucking with Future. Like, nah, I'm good. Like, I'll pass.
My thing is
understandable in the spotlight and everything, but just like I said, I think we talked about this before. We 40-something years old. Ain't nobody you finna run across ain't gonna be seconds. You ain't finding no Virgin Marys around here at 40 years old.
It's the difference with your Virgin Mary done been with #1 rapper, you know what I'm saying, been with Hov, she done been with LeBron James or something like that. That's a big difference.
Everybody been with LeBron James.
Hey, it ain't no difference except for the money. It's still a dick going in it.
For 2 minutes.
But the thing is, though, you don't know.
If it was Brian, it ain't get tampered with too long.
No chance.
I ain't worried about your account of it. Just ask your sister. About what your sister say. I don't worry about you.
You ain't even make it to it, but you was already done before I got started.
That's okay. She invited me.
It's okay for It's okay for
Hey, Sly, guys like me and Sly, we don't care if they like it. We just want to be invited back.
You know what? What I say in the end, I still fuck though.
I'm still your brother-in-law. Yeah, God.
Say call me whatever you want to call me, but I still fuck. You know.
Hey,
And
I'm
I
making
was
sure
your
she listen.
brother-in-law, and I was your brother-in-law in less than 2 minutes. Now
Uh,
take that.
I'm making sure they listen to this podcast too, so they can
Oh,
whoop that ass.
Hey, I ain't doing nothing but recapping their experiences. That's okay.
He said recapping, boy.
Well, check,
They was there. They got a vivid imagination of it, baby.
well, check this. Let hold up for a second. I know this is a terrible segue, man, but I'm sitting up here. I'm sitting up here looking at my son's clothes I got laid out for everything for tomorrow, man. School done started back up, man.
Don't remind me.
All
Don't
us
remind me.
parents, you know what I'm saying, coaches, teachers, and all of this, man. Y'all ready for school to start?
Yeah,
Well,
I got lucky because LeBron's sister bought all my kid clothes. So
And the
I ain't
same
had to worry about it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. See, that's just the way we was raised. We was always raised to help the needy.
Hey, I've been needing. And she been taking care of it.
Yeah, I know. You
Hey,
been needy.
but on some real stuff, man. You know, it's kind of
Oh,
weird
no.
this year.
Ain't no real stuff.
Hey, we done with it. We done.
Hey, y'all, let's move on.
Hey, now you shut up, big boy.
Oh,
Hey, producer, make sure you edit out all of this.
hey,
You was in need of a bra. That's why she was down there. You
look here.
Oh,
I hate to
Lord.
do this, but here we, man, hey, come on, let's focus, fellas, focus. Let's bring it back, man. We talk about school, man. We got kids going to
ready.
school.
Sly, I am ready. I got my treats for them. I'm ready, Sly. I'm ready. I'm ready to see my babies when they come back.
Hey,
Hey,
what Coach Amy with the whistle, walking behind everybody, hitting them in the head.
But yeah, man, how y'all feel, man? We all got kids, man. Now they going back to school. Now this corona stuff is out here, man. How y'all feel about y'all kids being in that environment?
Dude, kind of weird, man. It's like, do you buy them a whole bunch of clothes? Are they gonna finish? Are they gonna have to go back to virtual at some point in time? Who knows? You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy right now because I know it's 2 counties in Georgia already that sent their kids back. I don't think it's in Atlanta, but in the state of Georgia that they're sending their kids back home. So I mean, who knows what's going on?
Yeah, I know it's actually.
I'm looking forward to my kids going back, but they're gonna be there probably about 2 weeks because Pickens County already out.
Pickens County is already.
Yeah, I heard about
out.
Pickens. Yeah. They have nobody wear masks, right? For the most part.
Yeah, but
We wear masks.
It ain't mandated. But you know, we in a red county. Richland County, you gotta wear a mask. It's mandated to wear a mask.
Yeah, because I know in my son, they gotta wear a mask at the school, and you know when I dropped them off and picked them up, whatever, he looked like they had on masks. They was pretty well masked, but it wasn't no social distancing.
Hey, you in Atlanta, man? They got Biden in the office, man. They gonna wear masks.
Hey, check this out.
I say this though.
I'm excited because I have a 4-year-old, and he has a late birthday in December, so he's been in daycare since he was 6 weeks. So now is his first time going to school, and he's excited. So I'm kind of excited and to be walking him in on his first day Friday, and then he'll start all the way Monday. So I'm excited for him, but I still don't think he'll be in school long. I think I'll still be doing a lot of that virtual learning. But
I say this one thing though, you know, if we had to wear masks, we was coming up. LeBron might have got some more girl.
These motherfuckers.
Boy.
Well, I'll just say this: I was a sophomore and took your girl on the back of the bus.
All right.
Hold on, this true story. This true story. This true story. It's true story.
It's a true story. We was leaving Jasper County High School. I won't do like Drake. But I will say she was a senior.
You done threw him under the bus.
Oh, I know who you talking about.
I know who you talking about too. You ain't take that. You ain't take that.
Hold on, put it in the chat.
Hey, and she listened to the podcast too. No joke. She listened.
Hey, but like I said,
she done commented on the podcast.
But check this out.
That was my girl.
like I said, everything I said is factual, bro.
See,
She
we
was
finna get a
there.
bad
She know.
Yelp review.
Yeah, we about to get it.
Hey,
Oh,
it ain't no worse than Drake calling people full government name in his stories.
yeah, I don't know, Drake. Drake, I still ain't gonna let you slide on that one, Drake. You give the full government name. God damn.
Hey, and then the craziest thing about it is he talking about Brian. Hey, then he talking about Brian. You know about it too. Like, damn,
Brian, you were there.
you was there. You seen it too. No, I went. I didn't see it.
Yo, but
No, focus, man. Focus, man. There you go.
On the topic, my stepson, he played JV football. So actually, one of the offensive linemen I think had ended up coming down with the corona. So they got this thing where, of course, they shut down the football program. Everybody got a quarantine or whatever. So of course, they got to break down like, okay, well, who's around this guy? What groups was working together during that practice and all of that stuff. So of course, he plays free safety. So his group was working away from the offensive lineman. So they had to basically select all the group that wasn't working around the lineman was able to come back to practice tomorrow. And then the ones that was working around the lineman, they still quarantining, and they can't go back to school when school started on Wednesday, I think. Wednesday, Thursday, school starts back up. They can't go back to school, and they say they got to do their whole complete 2 weeks before they can come back to school. And then I already forfeited their first games, the JV and the varsity. So both of them 0-1 out the gate or whatever. And it's I'm just looking forward for them to go back to school, but it's at the same time, scary because this was it what they call it, the Delta
variant.
Yeah, the Delta variant, coming back so strong is bothering with the kids. So it's scary, but at the same time I'm happy for them because I want them to experience high school. I think about our days, so it's like you almost like damn if you do, damn if you don't, almost type of situation.
And that might be a blessing that they had to forfeit that game, save them from a head thumping.
Hey,
I ain't never seen that team. I don't know.
But how much of them even going back to school is to get money? How much of it is about the bottom line? Because if they don't go, they don't get that money, that federal money for schooling and all that.
It's the bottom line across the board. So, like with the parents, like you say, the schools getting the money, parents going back to work, these jobs making their money, with these workers, getting they work out, their product out, whatever the case may be. So, it's a serious situation.
The thing about it is, if you have no breakout cases in classrooms, the parents gonna have to take off work for like 2 weeks to be home with the kid while they, because they're gonna be quarantined. So you're still gonna be losing time.
Yeah, I know. With my job, they not even paying people no more for that. They I guess it was August 1st. They get the Rona, especially if you ain't vaccinated. They ain't got no symptoms for you.
Yeah, my job same way.
They told us that in our meeting at school, the back to school meeting. It ain't no more Corona days. If you get it, you better be using them personal days. We ain't giving you nothing. So it's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be crazy to see how long we in school. We taking bets at my job. See how long we gonna be in.
Let me get in on it, man.
Y'all betting that COVID money. Y'all wrong.
I'll go ahead and
wrong
put your
betting
bet
that
in
COVID
with
money.
mine.
Let me tell you, hey, we got two home games back to back, and we're going on the road 3 times after that. We ain't gonna make it in 2. We're gonna make 2 weeks, get that money from home game.
Right, then all of a sudden, y'all shut down.
Oops. Trying to tell you, boy, it's gonna be tough, man.
And strategize.
But
I know this may be a little insensitive, but I just say, man, to let everybody do their thing and only strong survive.
Yeah. That one way to look at it. That one way, but I mean, we trying to do the quarantine, trying to do the.
It ain't working though.
6 feet.
Folks are not gonna do right regardless.
Yeah.
So you might as well just let everybody live, do what they do.
Yeah, but the problem is the hospitals, right? And the hospitals getting overloaded. That's the main problem. If it wasn't for the hospitals getting overloaded and people get sick, go home, stay, and come back, that's fine, right? But the hospitals getting overloaded. And so now you're risking people that wouldn't die. Now they're dying because they're not getting the proper care.
And my thing is for all the anti-vaxxers and the people, hey, man, I don't believe in vaccine. I don't want to wear my mask and all that type of shit. when those people get sick, the first place they go is the hospital. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Those the ones overloading the hospital. It's like, yo, if you ain't believe in the vax, all that, stay your ass home when you get sick. Why
That's
you
what I'm about.
believe in the hospital
I
now?
mean,
That's
The
what
way
I
I
was
look
about to
at
say.
it,
Yeah,
go ahead,
they should do that. They should start prioritizing people. You ain't got the vaccine, you go to the back of the bus. You go to the back of the bus, right?
Hmm.
People who do got the vaccine, we'll take care of them first, right? And also
Hmm.
insurance. I'll be like, look, I'm not paying all that money for you to be in the hospital. You could have got a vaccine
for
that would
free.
have kept you not being in the hospital for a month. You know, so
And you know, when they're talking about like stimulus money coming out one day, whatever. Why you don't get somebody who ain't got a vaccine stimulus money? It's just because y'all ain't got the vaccine. You won't get the money for it?
yeah, that'll definitely change the game. They stop that stimulus money unless you got the vaccine. Boy, everybody be in line.
I need my
Everybody.
check. I need my check.
Mhm.
So,
That's a good one, Tom. That'll definitely game change.
well, I don't know, man. I'm praying for the kids, man. Praying. My son's in the 7th grade, and last year, I'm gonna be honest, last year was a wash for him. Last year, man, I don't know, man. That part-time school and shit, it was terrible for
Didn't
with
work
sixth
for
grade.
a lot of kids, man.
You know.
I think when they hit
And
the year that
test
they
scores
hit
too.
was a wash for sure.
And
Hey,
the test,
I mean,
but it was almost over though. Only thing left when it first hit was the standardized testing. But when
Mhm.
you look at the numbers, a lot of those kids at the end of the year last year did very poorly,
Right.
very poorly on that on those tests.
so
Man, see, this is why. See. Hold on, man. LeBron had a very serious statement, made a lot of sense. And then somebody else in the goddamn chat went and wrote some bullshit in the chat. Now we laughing while this man making a serious statement, man.
Brian, what you say? I didn't even hear.
You see?
Hey, this goes back to our mission statement. Some of the things you might like.
Oh,
man.
Lord.
hey, but
My
let me tell
goodness.
you, but about hey,
Let's focus, man. Ton. Come on, Ton. Lead us back, Ton.
All right, Chance,
I was
what I
going.
said was
Go ahead, B. Go ahead, B.
those kids at the end of the year, they really bombed those tests because they really weren't prepared, man. It's hard for them to sit at that computer and without someone sitting there and just really mandating that they do it, but they really failed those tests and they just showed across the numbers. And but really some of the parents can't help with virtual learning because they ain't made it past the 5th grade.
Right. You for real, B.
It ain't even that. It ain't even that. Like the math and stuff. It ain't the same math that we took.
it's the same math, man.
They
They just teach it different. They just teach it
That's
different.
what I'm saying.
They
It's
just
the same.
teach it different with multiplication and all that. They just teach it different.
The concepts
Yeah,
are it's all the same.
Concept.
I'm just saying we didn't know how to teach it. Like we like, hey, you can do it this way, and they were like, no, you gotta do it this way.
Yeah.
And you ain't gonna get it right unless you do it the way they do it in school. You know.
Yeah, that's what the kids got brainwashed. Like, mom and daddy, y'all doing it wrong. This is how my teacher showed me.
Yeah. Look, I'm taking for you should know how to do it all the ways, and that means you understand it a lot more. So
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's funny. It's funny with my son. With my son, for me, it's easier for me teaching math. You know, I'm not a math guy, but it's easier teaching math because numbers are the same. You know what I'm saying? 1 + 1 gonna always equal 2. You know, but
not always. It
Shut the
depends on
fuck
if you're
up,
working,
Joanne.
working in a Galloway field or something like that.
Shut the fuck up. 1 + 1 gonna equal 2 in my
Could
world.
equal
Get 'em,
0.
Doc.
It could
Get
equal
'em,
0.
Doc.
Oh,
Get him, Doc.
But go ahead.
but you know, but it's like that's gonna always, you know, math is gonna always pretty much be consistent. But the thing is, like me, when my son was younger and I'm teaching him how to read, the way I taught him how to read was just to yell the word louder. You know what I'm saying? That's my teaching experience, and I couldn't teach him how to read. And so now I see these young 1st and 2nd graders and stuff like that. I'm wondering how in the hell are they really learning on the computer?
Hey,
Yeah.
that explains every time we got a letter why you can't read it right now.
Well, yeah, so I had young kids, and they were well. My second oldest, but she's like, I could send her off to college now, and she'd be good, but she just straight narrow. But my oldest, it took her a while to kind of adjust, and we put on some more vitamins to help her focus and stuff like that. But probably after about 3 months, then she was able to adjust, knew what she was responsible for. But yeah, it was a transition. It was a transition for us till we got a regular routine and take them to school every day. This year is going to be a transition.
So hey, let me tell you, the piggyback off that one, my daughter had to adjust too, but it's hard to adjust when you got a first year teacher coming in during a corona epidemic. So this teacher is trying to teach kids virtually, and these kids are not getting it. So we took them out of that teacher's class, but that's hard for a teacher. Your first year ever teaching elementary, you got to do it virtually.
Yeah,
boy, we ran into that, man. We had about 6 teachers off our staff last year were virtual teachers in their first year, and they were lost. They were overwhelmed.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, the kids were like, parents calling and, like you said, wanting to switch classes. But I mean, at the end of the day, boy, they was doing the best they could. They just didn't, with the things they had to work with, they just didn't get that normal experience.
Hey, so do y'all think that kids gonna be behind a little bit? Because like all of last year, just going to school virtually is not the same as regularly going to school. I don't think they learned as much, and I mean, just think about if we would have went to school virtually, I'd have had straight A's because I would have been cheating.
I went to school virtually.
You didn't even go to school. He went to school in a spirit only. I used to
I was the first virtual.
Tom used to be on that bike, the motorcycle, the truck. I was like, man, ain't you supposed to be in class? Oh man, you know what I'm saying? I'm good.
I was the first virtual.
Yeah, Tom ain't know school.
man, that is something, man. How do you deal with all of this, man? And as parents, it's scary. I ain't gonna lie, it's scary, man. And I wonder about my son and his growth, his academic growth, man. So, yeah,
it's tough, man. And think about it. And I know it's tough on the kid, but think about us teachers that's in the classroom every day. You trying to lesson plan over a computer. You in gym class and you got to use stuff out your house for gym or for PE to get a grade.
Wow. It's tough. I feel for the teachers too.
I respect that,
tough.
but I just be looking at some of these female teachers like, you got your hair standing on the side of your head. Like, come on, Charlotte. Like, you at least could have got the bathroom about 30 minutes before you came on.
No, don't go there, bro. Don't go there.
Oh Lordy, man. Well, we getting close. We getting close to the end, man. We getting close to the end. But before we get out here, I got a little surprise for the fellas, man. We got a question, a burning question, and for those of you who watching on YouTube, you'll be able to see it. But who do you choose, Thelma or Foxy Brown? Bernadette Standish or Pam Grier in their prime? I got the picture put up here, Thelma, and I got the picture of Foxy Brown. We'll start off in the top left with the president. Who you choose?
All right, so it's the question: who you choose? What? Marry, get with one night, or what?
All of the above, man. You got your choice to do whatever. With either one.
I'm with Chains. I'm getting both.
You got to pick one, man.
Yeah, I go Foxy Brown.
Foxy Brown.
Because she was a grown woman.
Yeah, Thelma was great. Juwan, who you got, Doc?
Why we got these two? Why we can't have Halle Berry up there?
Jawan probably said neither.
See, this is always the most. Just answer the fucking
He
question.
wants something close to light skin.
Yeah, I'm about to say they ain't light skinned.
They ain't light enough for you.
Hey,
Hey,
you want them light, bright, or damn near white. You know what I mean?
I'll take that. I'll go with Thelma.
Thelma.
Yeah.
Ton, who you got, Ton?
Well, I'm gonna choose Pam Grier because that looked like my mother-in-law when she was in front.
Yeah, it do, Ton. It do. I remember.
Yep. Oh yeah. The Leroy got a little bite.
Hey, you watch your mouth.
Braun, who you got, Braun?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm gonna take both, and then I'll make my pick after I've had both.
Oh,
But
always.
okay, I'm gonna go with
Speak.
Thelma. I'm gonna go with Thelma, dog.
Thelma. All right.
That's her.
G5. Who you got, G5?
Man, gotta
Them-
go with Foxy. Because that
Hey.
thing, like, she'll put that thing down and get up and cook you some salmon and grits 2 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean?
Hey, Thelma
That
kind of look
grown
like
woman
Sly
said
sister
it.
a little bit.
No, boy, you better stop lying. I'll fight your ass.
Look here.
I mean, you better not ever disrespect Thelma like that, boy.
My choice is Thelma. And the reason I say Thelma is for the longevity. When you look at pictures of them now, they're both close to the same age. They're both about the same age. Thelma has held up miraculously. Oh my goodness, she is still fucking fine. Foxy Brown is good looking, but she done
You said in their prime though.
but
Right.
I'm going off
in
this
they
picture.
prime, but
I'm
I
going
got
off this picture.
But he's saying for longevity, though.
for
He can't just
longevity.
listen.
For longevity, she held up a whole lot better. Both of them still fine. I ain't kicking neither one of them out my bed, but I'm gonna go
Kicking
with
you out the bed.
Birdie. They got to kick me. They have to throw me out the motherfucker. I ain't going. I ain't going. Oh well. Well,
Sly said, I'm going to give you these 3 minutes.
you gonna get these 3 minutes. I might overachieve, give you 3 and 15
He said,
seconds.
Hey, Friday said, maybe even 4. She be ready to marry a nigga.
Ready to marry. You know what I'm saying? Hey. Oh well, man. This has been another episode of the Rip 28, man. We got some parting shots, man. We'll start off with G5. G5, you got any parting shots you want to give us before we get out of here, man?
Yeah, for the viewers of the Rip 28 podcast, y'all see it. We on Spotify, Facebook, Twitter, iHeartRadio, Instagram. Come holler at us.
Come and holler at us, man. Tweet us. Hit us in the DM. All of that stuff, man. Hit us up. Doc J, you got anything you want to say before we get out of here, Doctor?
Nah, man. I think it was a good show today, fellas. Good show. I think having this many folks on here regularly would probably it gives a lot of different perspective on the different topics. But I enjoyed myself.
Coach Bennett, you got anything to say before we get out of here, Coach?
Man, I enjoyed it tonight, man. This is like one of our phone calls, like it's supposed to be. I had a great time, man. I can't wait till the after show.
El Presidente, what you got to say, President?
Let LeBron go before me.
Hey,
Ain't finna
producer,
get
play
me.
the music.
Ain't finna get me.
I'm gonna
Producer, play the music.
Hey, I'm gonna go first this time since I did get you last time. All right, fellas. Hey, be your boy Beezy the Great
Boy,
Man,
keep it
the
talent.
educator's educator, aka Uncle Elroy. And I wish everybody that's going back to school nothing but the best. Stay safe, do your best. I know it's hard times, but through hard times we can make a diamond out of this thing. And just know that tough times don't last, but people do. Uncle Elroy signing out. Go ahead, Chance, get your rocks off.
Hey, another good show, man. I had a good time talking with you guys, joking around and everything. Hey, I ain't gonna say nothing, but I just want to make sure you didn't.
Well, I appreciate you because I had hit slide up and like slap that Nico man. Since you played it cool, man, I appreciate it. It's always good chopping up with you guys, man. Of course.
Yes, sir.
Well, it has been another great episode of the Rip 28 podcast, man. We have enjoyed ourselves here on the Rip 28 podcast, man. We just like to let you know, man, this is a podcast where a few friends get together and we talk about a few things. Some of those things you might like, some of those things you might not like. Let me give you a little bit of information before you get out of here. Some wise words that we heard for these young kids going back to school. If you can imagine it, you can achieve it. If you can dream it, you can become it. That's what we're giving you here on the Rip 28 podcast, man. We'll see you next week. Hope you enjoyed yourself on the Rip 28 podcast.